I want to encourage any of you that are watching this, especially if this is coming to your church, I want to encourage you to take this course. Pastors and leaders, I want to encourage you to actually hold the courses in your church, and here's why. It will change the way your leaders lead. It will change the way your people respond to each other. It will actually start the process of getting your people outside the walls of the church and give you a way of what we call evangelism, or power evangelism, prophetic evangelism, that is beyond just the four spiritual laws. It actually gets into how people relate to one another. You give somebody a prophetic word. You tell the secrets of their heart out on the street. You interpret a dream of somebody out on the street. You change lives. And we've done it all over the world. We've done it in multiple different languages, in multiple different countries. We've done it in incredibly diverse settings, all the way from pagan festivals where we've seen dozens of people come to the Lord in just one festival, and that's happened several times because we've been going there several years, or in haunted happenings in Salem, Massachusetts, where you'll have 400,000 witches come through. So we've seen this happen and seen the validity of this in many different settings and many different locations, and it gets people to know their God, your God, the only God, in ways that they've never have known Him before. It also gives them a confidence to reach out and touch others that they would have never dreamed of reaching out and touching before.
As a pastor, the art of hearing God is very close to my heart. I had the privilege of teaching the class many times and being involved in its development. But the thing that I can tell you as a leader is that whenever I teach the class and I see the material imparted into people and it's assimilated into their lives, then the issues that I have watched in developing leaders that cause them problems tend to dissolve away, because the material, the impartation, the spirit behind it comes across through the Spirit, and as they take this in and eat this material, absorbing it into their lives, the things that I have to correct people on or direct them in or hold them back from tend to be done in a natural, organic way in their own maturity process. And I've never seen a material that has had such sweeping effect in the lives of people as they are in a developmental process from becoming a leader. And so I work with a lot of different groups and a lot of different people on a fairly broad scope. Business people, people who desire to be in ministry, house moms, guys that just volunteer in the church, and watching on a broader scale the material be assimilated into different people's lives from different vocations at different ages, at different spheres of influence. What happens to them is amazing. It's been phenomenal to sit back and see how that a person simply going through a course can, over the period of time as they develop, come to a maturity in God and in spirit from this material. It's the essence. I want to say it's the essence of the material that brings about change. So as a pastor, I would highly recommend every person that you have any aspirations of maturing to the next level, or becoming a leader, or delegating something to, it's imperative that they go through this material and assimilate it into their lives.
I also want to say something about the teachers that we have. It's not possible for me to go all over the world and teach every one of our classes. We've taught over 60,000 students in these courses. But I have trained students, and those students have become teachers, and our teachers go through a very rigorous process of being trained and tested and evaluated as to how they teach. Do they cover the material well? Student responses to their teaching process, as well as an instructor's evaluation in addition to the student evaluation of the students of who they teach. So they go through a very rigorous process to become a teacher. And I just want to encourage you, to not think, well, if John Paul's not going to be teaching this, then why should we do it? No, no, no. When you take the course, you'll recognize that the DNA of what God has put into these courses changes lives. It's not John Paul Jackson that does it. It is the DNA of God Himself that changes the lives of people. And these teachers are able to communicate that DNA, the heart of God, to the students. And what we end up finding out is this: students end up loving the teachers, and the teachers end up loving the students. And long-term relationships have been built out of these courses. It's amazing how that works. You hold the course, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's difficult to describe, but it is a reality that you'll see. God bless you. I hope you choose to do this.